I guarantee that if you watch this video till the end, you'll know exactly how to lose belly fat in just 7 days. These are the clients that I worked with through this exact approach. Derek, Antonio, Craig, Dylan, James, Reto, and so much more. These high-performing men, CEOs, executives, lawyers, all had one thing in common. They weren't lazy, they were just following the wrong system without even knowing it. In this video, I'm revealing the 3 shocking reasons high-performing men over 35 stay fat, tired, and burnt out. And by the end of this video, you won't just know how to fix these 3 mistakes, to lose fat faster, get more energy, and build a lean, athletic, muscular body bursting with energy. You'll discover how to do something called a metabolic reset, which is the fastest way to transform if you're a man over 35. Something you do not want to miss out on, but we'll get to that later. Before we dive in, a quick background. I spent the last 8 years helping over 2,000 busy CEOs, executives, and professionals lose 20 to 40 pounds of stubborn fat, always running companies, balancing demanding careers, being very limited on time, and traveling the world. So let me be clear, this isn't another lecture about waking up at 5 AM and doing tons of cardio or cutting out all the foods you love. This isn't just professional for me, this is personal. I got into fitness 10 years back when I watched my body and health fall apart when I didn't take care of it. Ever since that moment in my life, I've been fascinated about peak performance. As a man, I love a quote by Socrates. It's a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable of. What I've discovered after working with hundreds of busy, high-performing men who want to lose fat, just build some nice muscle, improve their energy, and look great in the mirror is this. Your problem is not discipline, it's your metabolism. You're making costly mistakes that aren't built for your body and lifestyle anymore. Because when you hit 35, your metabolism changes. And the same things that got you results in your 20s, now they backfire hard. These 3 shocking reasons seem harmless on the surface, but underneath, they're actually metabolic traps that quietly destroy your hormones, wreck your energy, and make fat loss almost impossible no matter how hard you try. Let me break them down for you one by one and show you exactly how to fix them. The first shocking reason is skipping meals. And I'm not talking about skipping breakfast. Intermittent fasting works very well for fat loss and muscle building. It's actually something I recommend for our business clients. That's another video. I am talking about skipping proper meals throughout your day. On the surface, this seems smart. You're thinking, if I skip a meal, that's fewer calories, right? I'm busy anyway, so I'll just have a coffee and power through. But here's what's really happening. When you skip a proper meal, you're not just skipping on calories. You're skipping on the nutrients that your body and metabolism needs to burn fat, build muscle, and stay energized. Let me show you what I mean. Instead of having a proper meal, like let's say steak, roasted vegetables, a baked potato, that has complete proteins for muscle recovery, iron and B vitamins for energy, quality carbs to restore glycogen, you grab a handful of cashews with mostly fat, almost no protein, which leaves you hungry 30 minutes later. Instead of having a leftover grilled chicken wrap with avocado and greens, with lean protein for satiety and testosterone, healthy fats for hormones, fiber to regulate blood sugar, you rush out and grab fast food through a drive-thru, like a quick burger with highly inflammatory seed oils, low in micronutrients, which spikes your insulin and crashes your energy 30 minutes later. Instead of sitting down with a chicken salad and a rice bowl that has fiber, protein, and slow digesting carbs that supports stable blood sugar, maintains mental clarity, you skip the meal entirely and grab another coffee and run on empty fumes. This is what we call the hormone effect, where you're much more prone to elevated cortisol, that's your stress, lower testosterone, insulin resistance, more cravings at night, more belly fat, especially around your waist. You struggle to fall asleep immediately, sometimes that's restlessly, then you wake up tired, sluggish, mentally foggy, and the cycle repeats. It's hard to fight against your hormones. This is why your diet feels unsustainable. It's not because you lack discipline. It's because you're going throughout your days eating in a way where your body is undernourished. Mindless eating is the perfect gateway to a hormonal mess. I remember this particular brutal month where I was working a lot. I was sitting in front of a blue screen. I was pushing my evenings quite hard. I was mindlessly snacking. Maybe there was energy drinks, a couple of beers, protein bars, ordering takeaway, lack of movement. And I literally felt my body was rotting and aging. Like just after 7 days, I felt 10 years older. And this was going on for a long period of time. because I was working on a project for myself. It was the beginning of a big project where stress was very high. My mind was not really on other stuff. It was just this project at the time. And this stress was building up. You could feel the stress storing in certain places of your body. That's usually, the places around your hips, your neck, shoulders, cortisol, you're more elevated up here. And when you're combining that with bad sleep, and then you're eating foods that increase inflammatory responses, that again stores in these areas, clogs up your body, it ages you so quickly. And when you've been healthy or looked amazing before, you become extra aware of these things, that something is out of sync, something's not right, which is why I'm so passionate when I talk about this stuff. I can only imagine when I was in that period for around 7 days, and actually turned out to be a whole month, and I can only imagine what years of that will do to your body, your mind, and your health. It's not a nice feeling. So what's the fix here? It's not meal prepping on a Sunday. It's not tracking every single calorie on your app. It's not cutting out business dinners or cutting out all carbs. And it's definitely not skipping meals. It's what I call strategic nutrition. The solution is actually easier than the problem itself. And I'm a big advocate for simplicity in fitness. The fitness industry has a tendency to overcomplicate everything, and I think it does it because of profits. I think that people don't really understand the power of nutrition. You just want to fuel your body for optimal performance. It's around 70% of your results. So the best thing you can do today is eat foods that fuel your body, not just fill your stomach. For our busiest clients, these are men who run companies or travel weekly or need to handle a lot of stress or limited time. We simplify the nutrition plan into 3 core meals per day, built around one non-negotiable: protein. Always. Why protein? Because it's the only macronutrient that builds muscle whilst burning more calories, removes cravings, and keeps you full right after eating it. Boosts your metabolism because of its high thermic effect. That's a fancy way of saying that your body requires more energy to break it down. Supports testosterone and recovery under stress. It's an amazing macronutrient, and all you need is just 50 grams of protein per meal, and that is not as hard as it sounds. You definitely don't need to be chugging down protein powder shakes with synthetic proteins every single day. If you want some protein supplements, I would recommend you some organic ones. Now here's the meal structure cheat sheet for you. How the 3 meals per day can look like from a plate standpoint. Seriously, pause and screenshot this. This cheat sheet alone will flip your metabolism back into fat burning mode. So on the screen here, there's 1 protein. So that's around 30 to 50 grams of protein in a meal. So on your plate, that could be chicken thighs, steak, ground beef, salmon, eggs, or Greek yogurt. Number 2 is going to be carbohydrates, which supports your energy and strength. Here I'd recommend quinoa, sweet potatoes, oats, lentils, white rice, and then store it in a fridge overnight to reduce the insulin spike. With carbs, you want to stick to low glycemic foods. That just means that you want foods that don't really spike your insulin or blood sugar too much. It keeps your energy stable for hours, and that is what you want. This can be a simple Google search where you can search out the difference between sweet potato and white rice to see the difference in glycemic index. White bread is a perfect example of something that has very high glycemic index. Number 3 is healthy fats. So here you want something that really serves your hormones and satiety. Avocado, olive oil, grass-fed butter, salmon, whole eggs. Under all of this, you can add vegetables, which usually you just want to have high in fiber. That again, stabilizes your blood sugar levels and keeps you full. It also boosts gut health, which is where your immune system operates from. Sauerkraut is very good for that. Also very high in vitamin C. So if you want to stay young, not age fast, you want to have good sleep and stay healthy, then sauerkraut is a powerhouse of a food. So when it comes to building this perfect plate, you just want to be picking around 1 to 2 ingredients from these categories, adding like some vegetables in there, and that is a very good plate. In terms of making these meals, you don't have to be perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's just about simplifying nutrition and applying those same principles when you go eat out. So if you are at a restaurant, you just want to be intentional with the meals you're picking. And in essence, you really just want to avoid like the heavy, very overcomplicated plates that add a ton of different ingredients, and it just becomes very, very hard to know what's in it. Light resources. So a great meal on a plate can be 250 grams of ground beef, 1 whole sweet potato, steamed broccoli, and some hot sauce. That could be low calorie Tabasco. Just common breakfast or lunch or dinner, or maybe even late night snacking below, and I'll be able to identify some of that, and maybe I'll make a video about it. So stop skipping meals. Once my client Derek, a busy consultant who traveled weekly, was a father, dealt with a lot of stress, once he stopped skipping his meals and started fueling his body properly with intentional meals, by day 3, his energy was better. Within 7 days, his cravings disappeared. Within 30 days, specifically his belly fat, or more so the love handles, started melting away. And that was without any cardio. You see, fat loss isn't about eating less. It's about eating smarter for your hormones. Let's move into shocking reason number 2. And this one is even sneakier and might be the real reason you're stuck. Shocking reason number 2. Not scheduling your workouts. I'm not talking about motivation here. You already know that workouts are important, but the real issue, most busy men who control their own schedules treat their fitness like something they'll get around to once work comes down, when the meeting is over, once the deadline is met. But here's the truth. This I'll get around to it mindset isn't just a bad habit. It's one of the biggest killers for your health and body. It just takes one skipped workout to break momentum. In your 20s, you had time. But in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, this is biology. This is your metabolism. Here's why this is so dangerous. When you're not exercising consistently, you're not just missing out on a session, you're losing muscle memory. Muscle memory is a way for your body to store data or information from your workouts. So let's say when you're working out consistently in your 30s, you're setting the stage for the rest of your life. When you build muscle and strength, it's way easier to get that back in your 50s than if you never did it when you were 30. You're also lowering your basal metabolic rate. That's the calories you burn while you're resting. So when you're not exercising consistently, your metabolism is just slowing down day by day and it's kind of going into hiding. And most dangerous of all, you are accelerating biological aging, because the combination of a slow metabolism, low muscle memory, and then an inactive lifestyle, that is a bad environment for your body in the long term. This was actually something that hit me very hard when I was younger. I played professional football for a long period of time when I was younger. I played in England, in Southampton at an academy. Then I came to Norway and I played at a high level. And I got a bad knee injury, which just made it impossible for me to play on the field for a year. Like, it was just impossible. I couldn't even jog. It's something that I had in my knee that hold me back from being active, and it hit me hard mentally as well. And coming from someone who was really active at the time, I had a big wake-up call when I lost that in my life. That was a huge hole for a long period of time. And when I started working out again, I realized how bad my cardio was, how much weak I felt, how stiff I felt. It was scary. So please listen when I say that when you are over 35, your body is on a timer. There is a quote that I tell my clients that I personally live by. If you don't use it, you'll lose it. And this isn't just a saying, it's scientifically proven. After 30, you lose 3 to 8% of your own muscle mass every decade. And after 50, that number doubles. That's from the National Institutes of Health. According to Harvard Medical School, visceral fat, the unhealthy fat around your organs, increases by up to 200% between the age of 30 to 60. This is the fat that strangles your organs and increases the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. The Journal of Gerontology shows that if you don't exercise regularly by your 40s, then your ability to regain that lost muscle drops by up to 50%. That means that if you're between your 30s and 60s now, and you don't make an intentional effort to exercise now, that muscle you lose, you might never get that back. I'm still the type of guy pushing my parents to go out and walk and go to the gym. Because if you're not proactively training right now, you're not just maintaining, you're quietly declining day by day, week by week, until one day your body doesn't respond as it used to. Your workouts stop working, your belly fat won't budge, and things like sleep, energy, and sex drive feel much harder to reclaim. This is exactly why I created the Metabolic Reset system. For those of you who don't know what I do, I help busy, high-performing men over 35 reverse these exact issues before they spiral out of control. One of the first things we do inside our coaching is building a personalized plan where you don't even need access to the gym. The whole goal is to be consistent and not skip your workouts. Not skipping exercise is such a pro habit. It's one of the best investments you can do every day for your body and health. So you need a plan that actually fits your career, your limited time, and lifestyle. And if you're over 35, I guarantee that you only need 3 intentional workouts a week to see amazing results. But only if you have a strategic plan. Just going into the gym, mindlessly jumping from exercise to exercise, doing whatever you feel for is not going to cut it. So here's one of the best tips I have for you is choose 4 go-to exercises every month. These are what I like to call the 4 key compound exercises. My favorite are incline bench press, barbell rows, squats, and standing shoulder press. Now that you have your 4 go-to exercises, all you need is a good tracking system. And I'm gonna keep this dead simple for you. All you have to do is once you have your 4 go-to exercises, get a notebook or a tracking app and track those 4 exercises like this. Track the reps on those exercises. You want to have 3 sets on every exercise, and you want to track reps and the weight. That means how many reps are you doing with what weight are you doing. And the secret is when you're writing down in your notebook or on your app how much you're lifting, that means how many reps are you doing, how much weight are you doing every single week, you want to increase that weight with 5% every week. If you do that for just 30 days and you skip all the random machines and cable exercises or all the other random exercises some Google plan has given you, and you just track those 4 and you lift 5% stronger on them every single week, I guarantee you'll see a noticeable change in muscle mass. This is progressive overload. And the coolest part is you can apply the same tracking system to bodyweight workouts, or if you're at a hotel gym, or you are usually in environments where you don't have a lot of gym equipment, you can still apply this to 4 other exercises. Once you get stronger, you build more muscle and your metabolism increases. That combination is the perfect way for you to build muscle and lose fat at the same time. But if you still have a bad habit of skipping your workouts and being inconsistent, well, this is where without the right guidance on how to eat and train around your busy lifestyle, it becomes very hard to sustain for the long term. Inconsistency with workouts is a big problem I see with busy professionals before they come to us. So if you've already been skipping your workouts and have been for a while, this might be a bit of a wake-up call. And if you're watching this thinking, yeah, I don't just need more advice, I need something that actually fits my life, then I want to personally invite you to book a free fitness assessment call with either me or my head coach. Here you'll have the opportunity to tell us where you are right now, a little bit more about the situation and the deeper causes on the things that you feel are really holding you back, and then what you'd love to achieve within the next 90 days with your body and health. And if we are a good fit, we'll map out a simple game plan on how you can take your fitness to the next level. After working with some of the busiest tech CEOs, politicians, and even celebrities at this point, I realized that personalized roadmap around your lifestyle makes implementation 100 times easier. And that's why I can guarantee results. Implement the right stuff in just 7 days, you'll already start losing fat. You'll find a calendar link below. You can just click the link. It will take you to a short 2-minute application for you to fill out, just to give us a little bit more detail about you. And on this short form, just be as transparent as you can and fill it out to your best ability to give yourself the best chance to work with us. We get so many applications and we are very selective with who we choose to work with. Now I'm going to show you the final shocking reason that keeps busy, high-performing men, especially the CEOs, stuck on a fat loss hamster wheel. Now this is going to be a hard hitter for some of you. The third shocking reason keeping busy men fat is what I call weekend blowouts. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Monday to Friday, you're disciplined, you're eating clean, you're putting in the work, you're making decent choices, then boom, Friday hits. Family barbecues, drinks with friends, Sunday brunch, travels. This can also be when you're on holiday, where suddenly it's a free-for-all. I've worked hard all week. I'll get back on track on Monday. But here's what most fitness experts won't tell you. After age 35, your body, and especially hormones, react very differently to bad food choices, to alcohol, to sleep. The damage from a bad weekend takes 5 times longer to reverse than it did in your 20s. Now, do not worry. I'm not here to tell you to become a party pooper or to make your life miserable. For those of you who don't know, I'm Scandinavian, I'm Norwegian. So we love good food, we love alcohol, and we even have a whole national day where the whole country is partying. Like literally the whole country is out in the streets partying, eating good food, having a fun time. So that's kind of not my way of fitness. But it's good to understand how your body reacts to these circumstances. Life is too short to cut out the food you love. Instead, let me show you what's actually happening inside your body during your weekend blowout. That way, when you're out enjoying yourself or having a good time, you can minimize your damage. When you understand the mechanics, you can hack the system. Here's what happens during a typical weekend of excess. First, more than just 3 drinks of alcohol crashes your testosterone for up to 48 hours after drinking. Second, if you often combine alcohol, heavy carbs, fried foods, and bad sleep, that creates the perfect storm for inflammation, which directly signals to your body to store belly fat, especially around your midsection. Third, the most devastating one is that your insulin sensitivity drops by up to 25% of just 2 days of excessive eating. This is a solid study published by the National Library of Medicine. Now, for those of you who don't know, insulin is the hormone that moves sugar from your blood into your muscles for energy. The more sensitive you are, the better your body runs. Lose that sensitivity and your body becomes into a metabolic disaster, where more sugar stays in your bloodstream, triggering inflammation. So many people these days are living a lifestyle where they're causing inflammation for themselves, from how they eat, to how they walk, to the lack of exercise, where more sugar in your bloodstream triggers inflammation. And this is where energy crashes is very normal because your cells aren't getting enough fuel. So just think about that. You spend 5 days where you're doing very well, you're very disciplined, and then you undo all your progress in just 2 bad days. It's like taking 1 step forward during the week and then 2 steps back during the weekend. You can absolutely live your life to the fullest. You can still have a good couple of drinks here and there. You can still eat the food you love while it's getting leaner and healthier, but only if you have a system that actually accounts for that specific lifestyle, not some fantasy world where you never socialize. This is actually something we teach inside Reinvented VIP, our coaching. It's called Elite Lifestyle Design. Think of Elite Lifestyle Design as the key to build your dream body, but also maintain it for the rest of your life. It's a simple framework with a goal to create the perfect balance between your dream body and the life that you actually want to live. And I walk that talk myself. I love good food, especially in Italy. You don't want a fitness routine that removes everything you enjoy. That's not sustainable for the long term. So something we do inside Reinvented VIP is we work with your mindset and knowledge around those difficult scenarios that keep you stuck. So if you struggle with things like snacking, busy travel schedules, eating out at restaurants, stressful jobs, long sitting hours, or poor sleep, then instead of fighting against your busy lifestyle, you need smart, proven hacks, or I just call them habits, that protect your metabolism daily. If you have bad sleep, then the number one thing you should remove 1 hour before bed is blue light. REM sleep is when your body produces growth hormone and testosterone. If you often get cravings, let's say specifically with sugar, you should stop the act of snacking immediately. It will be a little bit hard in the beginning, but here's a solution. Try to have around 50 grams of protein early in the day. Remember what we said earlier in the video. If you have protein early in the day, it increases satiety and keeps you full, and do that for just 7 days and your hunger cravings will disappear or improve dramatically. You want to avoid snacking because the longer you're on the snacking hamster wheel, the more you're just spiking and working against your hormones. If you stress a lot, especially with career or other stuff, then you need habits in your life to de-stress you on a deeper level. Things that allow your central nervous system to recover. This can be an ice bath, it can be a sauna, it can be a 50-minute walk, but a very effective one is just 5 minutes of box breathing. You inhale for 4 seconds, then you hold your breath for 4 seconds, then you exhale for 4 seconds. Then you hold again for 4 seconds, then repeat for 6 cycles. If you struggle with bad eating habits, you should do intermittent fasting. It removes the stress and decision fatigue, thinking you need to eat all the time to have good energy or build muscle. So a good habit to stack with intermittent fasting is having 50 grams of protein when you break your fast. It's not about when you eat, it's about what you eat. And most people get both wrong. If you wake up hungry in the morning or get a lot of energy crashes throughout the day, it's actually your body telling you something. This is your blood sugar crashing and your hormones are out of sync. So the tip I have for you here is something we do with a lot of our clients, is you fast for the first 4 to 5 hours of your day, and then you have an 8-hour eating window to eat 2 to 3 big enjoyable meals. And these meals can be quite big because you've saved 500 to 800 calories from not eating breakfast that you can use to later during the day. There is a lot of weirdos out there that say intermittent fasting is very restrictive, but it's actually the complete opposite. It's a real lifestyle hack to stabilize your eating habits and eat with intention. It's the perfect example that if you have the right strategies in your life, you can get your body and life to work for you, not against you. This is when you win. These examples are just the tip of the iceberg of what you can do to fix your hormones hormones and elevate your quality of life. This is the type of knowledge that I would have hoped every fitness coach would teach you. Because if you learn this, you'll never need a coach again. But unfortunately, most coaches want you to be dependent on them. I discovered these strategies naturally just because of the nature of my lifestyle and how I wanted to live my life. I wanted a synergy between my body and the fun in life. As someone who enjoys traveling to places like Spain, or eating out socially, or having a good couple of drinks here and there with friends, I had to develop these strategies for myself when I realized I couldn't just cut out these things out of my life. But I still wanted to stay lean, strong, and healthy year round. Let me show you the power of designing a lifestyle. A good client of mine, Mike, a vice president in his 40s. This guy was running several times a week. Like, that was hard cardio. He was also working out in the gym around 4 times per week. He had basically tried everything out there, but he was still stuck for months. He had plateaued for a long time despite his hard work. This was the same situation with another busy professional called Michael, a busy real estate agent, who literally came to me from a PT in the gym and said he needed something more.
You know, when I started going down this road with you, again, because, you know, I had a trainer beforehand just to kind of start this, and that was very helpful, but I needed something more.
After working on their lifestyle, Michael lost 60 pounds on his journey, and Mike lost 20 pounds, becoming the most shredded father ever. And both very busy professionals who just in essence wanted to look and feel confident and eat good food around their kids. You see, most busy, high-performing men over 35 are not aware of these silent lifestyle killers or lifestyle habits that are crashing their metabolism. And respectfully, no one in the fitness industry is talking about this. The 3 mistakes that we've covered in this video, from how you eat, to how you train, to your daily habits, are all connected on a deeper level we can't see. And if you're just making one of these mistakes consistently, it triggers something far more dangerous than just slow progress. There is a hidden health crisis affecting successful men over 30. Your hormones and metabolism are being sabotaged by your own lifestyle habits. If you've been stuck for months or even years, it's likely that you're already experiencing what I call the metabolic crash. The signs are unmistakable. Stubborn belly fat that never goes away, no matter what you do. Waking up tired, no matter how much you sleep. Getting energy crashes throughout your day. Declining sex drive and motivation. And cravings that feel impossible to control. This isn't just about being out of shape. This is your body's emergency response to years of chronic stress. Disrupted sleep patterns. Bad eating habits, inconsistent sleep, which has led to complete hormonal imbalance. Think of it like this. Your metabolism is like a high-performance car. In your 20s, that engine can handle almost any fuel and still perform. You remember when you could go out for drinks or stay up late and not get hangovers that made you question life. You remember when you could do so much during your day and still had tons of energy left. But now, after years of stress and just life, if you don't take care of fuel that engine right, it will start running hot. Another study from the British Medical Journal found that men who face chronic stress from life and work have more than twice the likelihood of developing a metabolic syndrome. You struggle because of generic fitness advice that ignores the unique challenges of a modern busy lifestyle. Whether that is heavy travel schedules, lots of stress, or limited time, which causes bad eating habits several times a week, it doesn't matter. It's all tied to a metabolic crash. This is where your body is holding on to every single calorie like your life depends on it. Because it does. It's a survival mechanism. This is also exactly why crash diets is something you should not do and why they don't work. When you drop your calories to super low numbers, like 1300, what do you think also crashes down with it? Your metabolism. You'll actually start losing weight for 1 to 2 weeks and then bam, a hard stop plateau. And with that plateau, you're not just struggling to lose fat anymore. You feel terrible. Your energy is whack. Your hormones are out of sync. Your testosterone crashes. It's terrible. It's a complete recipe for disaster. So crash diets is actually in essence just another metabolic crash. Here's the truth that most men over 30 don't realize. This is what I call the hidden health crisis for men over 30. This is about your longevity and quality of life as a man. Now, if you're currently happy with your current body, energy, and performance, then this probably isn't for you. But if you feel for the slightest that you're not getting the results you want, you know you're capable of more, and you want to achieve a lean, athletic, muscular body that you can look and feel good in, that confidence that just is effortless, and you want to be waking up bursting with energy with your family and your kids or to your career, and the drive to perform at your highest level at work, and the health to keep us for decades to come, then pay close attention to what I'm about to share with you next, because the good news is your metabolism isn't broken. It's simply responding to the signals from your lifestyle, exactly like it was designed to. With the right system, you can fix this metabolic crash in just 7 days. This system wasn't created out of thin air. It was born from real life experiences and data. Throughout my 10+ years fitness journey, I have spent years on putting these protocols through the grind myself, tracking every workout, every meal, every macro balance, blood tests, testing my hormones, testosterone, sauna, ice bath, REM sleep optimization, alcohol methodologies, detoxes, 3-day fasts, restaurant strategies when I'm traveling, stress optimization with breathing, bodybuilder workouts, hybrid athlete strategies, CrossFit, you name it. The spectrum is broad, but you need precision. And when I saw how well this worked for my clients, the men who needed it the most, it was the beginning of something groundbreaking, and I couldn't be more excited to share it with you here today. This is exactly why I created the Metabolic Reset system for busy, high-performing men under 35. Regardless of how busy your lifestyle is or where you are in your fitness journey, it just takes 7 days to do a metabolic reset. And it works with just 3 simple, scientifically proven pillars. Pillar 1, strategic nutrition. After working with over 2,000 busy professionals, we as a full team of myself, nutrition experts, and body recomposition coaches designed the right path for you based on your body type, lifestyle, and goals. Already within your first 7 days, we establish a personalized nutrition plan for you specifically with 2 magic numbers, your daily calorie and your daily protein goal. Hit those 2 numbers tomorrow, and I guarantee you'll already start losing fat and building muscle. This is science. It's 70% of your results. So with the right protein number and the right calorie number, you can put your body in a way where it's thriving. And no, you don't need to cut out the foods you love. Just to show you how well it works, take a look at Reto, a busy politician.
It's not a long time that we've been working together, but the difference is just huge. It's unbelievable sometimes. People don't say you look like 25 years younger than before.
It just people came and said, "Oh, you're looking amazing." I think that I'm more productive now than in business life than I have been before.
In his mid-40s here, a father of 3 kids, lost 22 pounds in just 90 days. A busy politician. Derek, another man in his 40s who traveled every single week as a very busy consultant. Look at what he did in just 4 months. Steven was another incredible one. And Antonio, a busy dad and business owner, looking like a Greek god in just 90 days. The beauty is that we eliminate all of the guesswork for you, so you don't have to be the one thinking about what to eat every day, when to eat, if things are right or working for you or not. We give you the meal plan so your metabolism starts working for you, not against you. Which is why it works so well if you're a CEO or executive or a busy professional, because our accountability aspect makes your life so much easier. Now, for those of you who don't want to go through our doors, that's completely fine. I'd recommend that you double down on the workout and nutrition principles. A nice protein-dominated diet and doubling down on the progressive overload and strength in your workouts. And just be wary to choose the right lifestyle habits to fight against the things that might be holding you back. But if you're not a professional and you feel like something might be a little bit out of sync with your hormones or slow metabolism, then you could go to a doctor, but even a doctor is not specialized in metabolic optimization. They are trained to treat disease, not optimize performance. You could also go and hire an in-person trainer at the gym, but even them, they give you very generic nutrition and workout plans, but never really address the underlying metabolic issues we've discussed today. Or you could work with us, specialists who exclusively focus on resetting your metabolism for busy, high-performing men over 35, and have done so for 8+ years now. Pillar 2, intelligent training. We build out a workout plan for you, engineered to boost your testosterone and metabolism. As we talked about earlier, these are personalized workouts strategically created around the most important exercises to get your strength up. That means great muscle building with minimal time. And we have an amazing tracking system to not make you just 5% stronger every week, but 10% stronger every week. The stronger you get, the more muscle you build. The more muscle you have, the better your metabolism works. And when you get stronger on the right key compound exercises, that's when you start to get a more V-shaped body, like the shoulders, the upper chest, the lats. This is what makes you look good in a suit. And to be honest, around 75% of our clients only work out 3 times per week. Just take a look at what Kevin did, a busy pilot in his 30s, lost over 20 pounds in 4 months. Or Dylan, another busy traveling pilot who blew up his muscle proportions in just 60 days. Or Robbie, a busy TV host, listen what he had to say.
Even before we started working together, I did go to the gym a lot. It's just I wasn't working efficiently in the gym. I'm so busy. The most important thing to me is to use my time efficiently. Amazing experience. It was super worth it. I've gone way better than I expected. I did not actually expect to get to this level of satisfaction with how I looked.
Pillar 3, elite lifestyle design. This is where we step in and address those silent lifestyle killers that are crashing your metabolism. From improving your sleep schedule, to your stress management, to protocols around eating out or alcohol or traveling, we have a 90% success rate when a client reaches month 3 because of elite lifestyle design. And this comes from the psychological effect of it taking 90 days to create a habit. Once you start doing the right things when it comes to your eating, to your training, and then you add healthy habits around that, it actually becomes harder to fall off. It becomes harder to stop doing those things than continuing to do it. As a coach, this is pure magic. It's seeing our clients not only get into the best shape of their lives, both physically, but also mentally, with a lifestyle they enjoy in just 3 to 6 months. But more importantly, be in a position where we can shake hands and they never need a coach again. Getting you to a point where you can maintain it for the rest of your life. Just listen to what one of our busiest CEOs, Travis in his 40s, had to say.
My schedule, I'm literally traveling 3.5 weeks a month in meetings constantly, dinner meetings, lunch meetings, breakfast meetings. Rarely have time to actually really focus in the gym, even if I have time for the gym. This is the easiest thing that you could possibly do if you really want to achieve your goals.
It's amazing what happens when you stop fighting against your metabolism and start working with it. Like Thor here in 90 days. Craig in his 50s, again in 90 days. James, 47 in 90 days. Ryan here, looking absolutely shredded with his wife. Or what Stefan, a Swiss bank in his 50s, look what he had to say.
Even, you see, if you tell people then I'm going to the gym, and they look at you and your vacation, doesn't mean that I don't go to the gym. Yeah. You'll end up with a heart attack if you don't do anything.
We've had so many men come to us who plateaued for months, and just within this 7-day reset, they start losing, which is going to be the final one I'm going to share with you here today.
After being plateaued at kind of like a certain weight for a long period of time, just like I was stuck at like that same weight for so long, even though I was working out every day, running every day, and it was like no changes. So it was definitely frustrating. And then, almost immediately in the first week, seeing like those changes on the scale made a big difference. So seeing the weight drop, and then I think it was probably week 3, you had reminded me about make sure to take those weekly progress pictures, taking them and then actually putting them side by side. And then it was just like, 4 and on, that's when my family like starts noticing differences, right? You come out of like the cold tub or whatever, and you're just in your shorts, and they're like, whoa, like, it's really a difference.
Now, if it sounds amazing and you're convinced that we can help you get you to where you want to lead, this is my life's work, and I'm so confident we can help you, and you can click the link below. It will take you to this page where you can fill out a 2-minute short application. Now, when you fill this out, do it as best as you can so you get the best chance to work with us. We get so many applications of this every single week, and we're very selective with who we work with. So the information you give us will be very helpful to find out whether we can help you or not. And if it's a fit, you'll then either get to jump on a call with me or my head coach. Be respectful, we're a passionate team. Do not waste our time because we will not waste yours. Now, let me be completely transparent with you. The metabolic reset system isn't for everyone. If you're already happy with your body, your energy, and overall health, then that's fine. If you have plenty of time to research and experiment on your own, then go do that. How to fix these 3 shocking reasons in this video is absolutely golden. The principles work, and you can look at these fixes as some low-hanging fruit they can grab quickly and expect some very good results. But on a serious note, if you are a busy, high-performing man over 35 and you're just frustrated with generic fitness advice, if you've tried like man-to-man, if you've tried so many different solutions, and even if you tried in-personal trainers, and it just doesn't seem to fit or account to your unique lifestyle, then just know that that's exactly where you need to look. These are things you need to address. And if you value proven steps and real results without all the guesswork with trial and error, then I highly advise you to take the opportunity to explore what it would look like to work with us. We've noticed on this course that the specific type of man who values efficiency and wants to fast track the results with proven frameworks are the ones that solve these core issues immediately. Things like really going the extra mile to take things to the next level, like analyzing where you're currently at and where your metabolism stands, like identifying the main things holding you back and impacting you the most to facing them head on, like creating a clear roadmap to you and your specific goals. And at that point, just pure implementation. All of the success stories I showed you today started with a free fitness assessment call. After 8 years of doing this now, we've become incredibly qualified to identify the traits of who will get amazing results and who won't. So if you think you might be a good fit, fill out the application below and I'll see you on the other side. And if you're over 30, one of the most rewarding things you can do for your body and health is to understand your body on a metabolic level. And you need to get a qualified professional to explain that to you. Awesome. Have a good one.